You are looking at a one-of-a-kind time containment suit. If we can send this to Dennis Jr., he should be able to slip through Ned's time stream. He'll be able to come back, give us all the intel we need, and head back to his own time. Which, if we play our cards right, will not be on fire.
I don't know if we should be meddling with time.
Time started this, so technically we're counter-meddling.
That's not better.
So, how do we send the suit to the future?
Old school time travel. By which I mean, throw it on the ground and wait. It'll get there eventually.
Oh, you're right. Let's find a good hiding spot.
Give me your take on things. I can handle it.
I think we're heading into a dangerous time.
What are we gonna do about it?
Put one foot in front of the other and fight like we have a chance of winning.
Do we?
Yes. It's small, but it's ours.
Do you really think this will fix everything?
That comet's still up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we are still burning through our energy reserves. So, no.
Not the answer I was hoping for. This looks like the spot. Dennis, this is where we're burying the suit. So show this place to your son.
He's not born yet.
After he's born, show him where to look.
Okay.
I don't see you marking anything on a map. Dennis, man, if you do not show this place to your son, you're going to die.
Okay, so like, right after he's born, I'll bring him here.
No, when he's old enough to understand language and has object permanence and stuff.
You know what? I'll do it. It's fine. Well, Dennis Jr., it's up to you now. Hey, Dennis. How you holding up?
How many years do I have with Dennis Jr.?
We're gonna fix it. You'll have all of them.
What if I don't? I have to make the time we have perfect. I can't just be a good dad. I have to be the best.
You will be.
You're right. I will be. Bring me books.
Good plan. Let's find Dennis some books about fatherhood. Here's a book, Dennis. It's called Lift Up Your Son. You can learn to support Dennis Jr. emotionally and really connect with him on a deep level.
It says make sure you bend with your knees and not your back. Oh. Don't limit yourself to lifting your son. A daughter or even a neighbor can also be hoisted above your head.
Let's move on. Another book. Letters from Dad.
Hey, you could write a bunch of letters to Dennis Jr. Tell him all about yourself and your story.
I don't really do the whole letter thing. I'm more of an emoji guy.
Sorry. Just try one.
Dear Dennis Jr. Smiley face, lobster, lightning bolt, cat face, dancing girl, camel.
Straight from the heart.
This looks like a good fatherhood book. Who's a good boy?
I think that's a dog training manual.
But it's all about encouraging obedience and friendship through treats and belly rubs.
Who doesn't like belly rubs? Here's a book, My Successful Son.
That's part of the problem. I'm just a burger slinger. Meanwhile, Dennis Jr. is over here bending the space-time continuum. I can't compare to that.
You're so much more than a burger slinger, Dennis. I mean, I really, really hope so. You're brave, right? You rescue people. You make the world a better place. It's gotta be something.
All while getting our burgers done a perfect medium rare.
See? Well done.
No, never well done. Always medium rare. I'm just worried I won't be there for Dennis Jr.
This book may be perfect then. Absent fathers, abandoned sons. What do you think, Dennis? Dennis?
He left.
Here's a book called Harness Your Dad Power.
I tried to run, but then I knew I had to turn around, come back, and be an adult.
I knew he was a flight risk, so I locked the outside door.
The door was locked, so I had to turn around, come back, and be an adult.
A book for Dennis. 10 things every boy needs from his dad.
Is one of them money? I bet it's money.
What's more like love, respect, space, and yeah, number one is money.
Called it.
surprising any kids turn out okay if all the parents are clueless.
It's one of the big secrets of adulthood, Ray. None of us have any idea what we're doing.
Another dad book for Dennis.
All these books are about how many ways dads screw up. Sarah, what are the mom books about?
Second-guessing every decision you've ever made and feeling guilty about whatever you're feeding them.
I was gonna ask for a trade, but never mind.
Let's find one more. A book. Things dads teach.
How to give looks full of silent, crushing disappointment? Or what to do when the check engine light comes on?
I don't know any of that. All Dennis Jr. is getting from me is an encyclopedic knowledge of movie monsters.
I think we're done here. Another one.
This is a lot to get through. I'm supposed to be firm but fair, but also his friend and relatable, but also successful and a role model?
Honestly, I think you just need to be there.
Evil Ray, you have served your purpose.
Well, looks like I'm no longer useful. So I guess I'm ready to stand trial for my crimes against humanity.
There's no need for that.
I've been awful. Put me in front of a judge.
A judge?
You're thinking one isn't enough. You're right. Pile on the judges. We're having a tribunal.
Why?
I assumed there wasn't a way through this. But I was wrong. So I'm guilty. In a couple of different ways.
Maybe you're not such a bad Ray.
Wrong. I'm the worst. Tell the judges.
Oh, over there! It's a judge's wig. Let's find a few and we'll have a good old-fashioned tribunal. So, why are you so bad?
I didn't go down with the ship.
Did you walk away from anyone you could have saved?
Who's to say?
You.
I saved everybody I possibly could, but I didn't die. So, that's that.
So, your actions didn't harm anyone in home base?
No, not that I know of.
You call yourself a bad Ray. Can you elaborate?
No.
Why not?
I'm a bad Ray. I enjoy non-cooperation.
Another judge's wig. It reeks of respectability and onions? Gross.
Thanks for sharing that with the class, Ray.
If found guilty, what punishment would you propose we issue?
Dangle me over a shark pit.
We don't even have a shark pit.
Least surprising fact.
How would you respond to a not guilty verdict?
Full body eye roll.
Is there anything else we should consider before we retire to chambers?
I could have done better, but I didn't. And in my opinion, that's worse than just doing bad.
Agora você for.
You do bad, you know what you've done. You never try, what's lost, you know?
All rise.
We three judges find the defendant guilty as charged.
And sentence her to time served.
I've only been here for like 20 minutes.
And welcome her to our home base with open arms.
You guys are nerds. Nerds! But maybe. I'll think about it.
Court is... We're done now. I'm back from the future.
I guess that means he got the suit.
Yeah, this is nice. Comfortable, good stretch. Think it's even moisture wicking.
Plus, it stabilizes your molecules so you don't become a milkshake while traveling through space-time.
Ray, I brought you the home base error logs from the night the shields went down.
Seriously?
Yeah. If anyone could prevent those shields from going down, it's my friend Ray. And since we're meddling with time, why not go all in? Stand by for a series of dire warnings. Let me lay some info dumps on you. Turn on that boombox over there so we can reach the people. In the future, no one has food.
How is that possible? We have canned food stocked stories high.
Yeah, but in this timeline, we melted down all the can openers for resources, so
All those beans. Trapped.
Easy fix. Bury a cache of can openers. Next.
In the future, a scientist who could speak Husk was going to act as a negotiator.
But what, he missed the bus?
The Husk destroyed the bus, so...
Give him a bicycle and tell him to pedal. Next.
In the future, the leaders of the Defense Against the Storm lose their motivation. They start to think maybe they won't win. Maybe they can't win. And so...
It's too bad they don't have our Ray in their ear telling them to believe in themselves and never lose hope.
Press record. Believe in yourselves. Never lose hope. I love my buddy Ray. Your fort is taking on husks.
Now tell them to listen to that on repeat, and they can have the full original Ray experience.
In the future, there was a big battle, and we weren't ready.
I guess we could bury a big ammo cache and put a sign on it that says, "Hey, future, look here for ammo."
And then whoever's around will just steal the ammo.
Okay, then the sign also says, if you're not in the future, ignore this sign. Next.
In the future, heroes are scattered across the world and never join forces. Nothing brings them together, and they can never combine their skills. So...
Hey, Brother Ray? Sound familiar?
Yeah, I think this one is my bad.
Our bad. Great. I think we're on our way to fixing the future.
Thank you. What you do here and now has an effect. Like ripples off a stone thrown into the river.
That was surprisingly poetic.
Or like the grill marks on a burger. Traces of juicy perfection. That's my boy. I don't think altering all these timelines with information we shouldn't have is gonna cause any problems.
Ooh, hopefully that's a good ominous rumble.
Yeah, it's not. But that's the universe's problem.
Heads up, little robot. I think there's something funny going on. From up here, it looks like you're making timelines collapse into one another. A few more cracks in reality, and we're gonna find ourselves in a big pile of time mush.
Time mush sounds bad.
Deploy some sensors, and I can get some thorough readings of just how much mush we're in.
Float the sensor up with those balloons. One sensor coming your way, Lars.
Time mush detection is a go.
Another sensor up. How are the readings, Lars?
I can see some of the holes in the timelines. On the scale of stable to time mush, we're looking squishy. We need more sensors.
Into the sky with you, sensor.
I miss the days when we were only worried about monsters. Time mush and reality collapses are not my specialty.
Oh, don't worry, Lars. The monsters aren't going anywhere.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Send that sensor into the sky.
Thanks. If you can get me one more, I can get a full stability reading.
Go on, sensor. Float skyward on wings of science.
Perfect. The time array is now fully operational. Readings indicate time instability. Some soupiness. Yep. We got a thick gumbo of time trouble. Thankfully, no mush. Yet. But keep your hands out of the space-time ray.
I cannot make that promise.
You were lucky. All your interventions appear to have blurred the edges, but timelines remain stable for now.
We've been trying really hard to fix it. We don't want to ruin the entire universe.
Well, there are things we can control and things we can't. All we can do is make the best choices with what we have.
You're pretty wise, Lars.
You know, up here you get both a beautiful view and a little bit of perspective. Ray? Something's wrong with Evil Ray.
I'm not evil, you know. I just did the calculations. Going it alone seems smart.
I know you're not. You just did nothing. And doing nothing isn't evil, but it sure can help evil along.
Now's the perfect time to test that theory out. Mist monsters are going wild out there. Maybe it's time to do something.
Protect the fort!
Other Ray, how are you holding up? I see. Seems to me every step we take toward our better future isn't good for Other Ray.
So if we fix everything correctly, this other version of me will cease to exist?
Yeah, this might be the end of Bad Ray.
Calling her the bad me seems a little harsh. How about the not great me?
I can own being not great. Okay, I sat in the corner like a nerd and thought about what I did.
Didn't do?
Yeah, didn't do. And I'm sorry.
You're not apologizing for not being evil enough, are you?
No, I'm sorry I gave up and dragged everyone down with me.
Hey, look on the bright side. If you hadn't abandoned everyone at home base, there'd be no one to tell us what happened. So, it's a wash. Not bad.
Is evil the lack of good, or does evil actively fight against good? Can you be good and do evil things?
I think even a good person can step into a puddle of evil, but you wipe off your boots and you keep moving.
And try not to get any evil on the carpet.
I'm fading away! This is what vulnerability and growth gets you. Every time!
Not every time!
Can't.
I feel like we had so much more to talk about.
We could have made a secret language and played tricks on people.
Oh, now I'm starting to rethink this.